everyone. This recording will cover the person-centered planning assignment that is coming up. So if you go under the assignments tab, it is the first one that you'll see, and it just says person-centered planning assignment. So the folder contains the case study you will use, which is actually from the textbook, and then the student preferences and interest form that you will complete for your assignment. So you're going to click here. Okay, and let me just expand this just a little bit. Ooh, sometimes you know how it likes to move on me. Hold on, let me see if I can move it. No, of course I can't. All right, so okay, sorry, I had to expand the little box a little bit. Sometimes it expands and sometimes it doesn't. So anyways, under the assignments tab, then you'll see the folder that says person-centered planning. And there is the person-centered planning case study that you will use right here. It's also in your textbook. I was just trying to make it easy for you and put it here in a document. It's in chapter 11. So you will look at this case study, you will read Andrew, and then you will use it to complete the student preferences and interest form, basic, because there's an intermediate one also, but this one's just the basic one, and it's found right here. Okay, so let me show you the case study. And again, remember, you can also find the case study if you click here. There will be docx that you could click on as well. But let me show you this case study. All right, and I'm gonna have to move the box a little, so just hold on. Oh, gracious day. Hold on. Okay, so of course it's being difficult. I tell y'all, I can never win with this thing. Sometimes it lets me move it anyway. I'm not gonna spend time trying to move it. So here is the case study. I know y'all, I'm sorry. All right, so this is Andrew, and Andrew can be found also, like I said, in your textbook on pages 258 to 259, and that is in chapter 11. I referenced Andrew's case study in the chapter 11 recording, but here it is as well. So you will use Andrew's case study, okay, which is right here below, right here, to complete the student preferences and interest form basic, found under the assignment link directly below this case study, right back on Blackboard. So you're going to start with number 1 on the form. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, and then you'll complete numbers 2A through 2E. Then complete numbers 3A through 3E, and finish with numbers 4A through 4E. If you are unable to find the answer directly in this case study right here, it is okay to use your best guess and infer what you think could be appropriate answers. And also you might want to look at figure 11-1 on page 260. That might provide useful information for you as well. So here's the background. Here's Andrew's background. Talks about him. He's finally diagnosed as having Asperger's syndrome. I think in the past it was, a lot of other labels, and then they finally figured out, oh, okay, he has Asperger's syndrome. So read about his background. Okay, talks about what he wants to do, his vision, summary of performance, and then transition to college, which I know is, hold on, a little cutoff. Okay, transition to college. Okay, so that's it, right? That's the whole case study. So then you're going to read that case study, and then you will go here. Oh my gracious day. This is an everyday occurrence with me, y'all. Okay, so then you will go here to the person-centered planning assignment, student preferences, and interest form. So what you'll do, or click here, either one. So you're going to click here. Oh gosh, more moving. Hold on. You would think there'd be an easier way to do this. I just haven't found it yet. So let me just look at one page just because that makes it easier for me. All right, so here is the transition planning inventory. This is taken directly from an actual assessment, the transition planning inventory. It's also called the TPI-3. It is the 3rd edition. I got it from Dr. Nixon. There's tons of books and materials that go with this. So what you're going to do for each question, explain what Andrew was thinking at the time of the case study based on his interest and preference. And you might not know exactly what he's thinking, right? So that's what I'm saying. If the case study does not provide a direct answer, it is okay to infer and use your best guess to determine appropriate answers for each box. Start at the top of each column and read downward. Begin with number 1 right here where it says general. Okay, then proceed to 2A through 2E, and then move on to 3A. I'm going to pause it so I can reshape the box and show you the whole document. All right, so here's what the document looks like. So you're going to start with number one. What does Andrew plan on doing after high school, such as working, more school or training, choosing a place to live, stuff like that. So what does he plan on doing? So you're going to type your answer right in this space right here. And I did put a line just so you were aware that you had to put an answer for number one. Then you'll start at number two, this column where it says working. What jobs would he like to do after high school? Where would he like to work? How would he like the school to help him get ready for getting a job? How would he like his family or others to help him get ready for getting a job? And how will Andrew's disability affect him when he gets a job? And you can just type your answers right in here, right there. It's a Word document, so you can just type your answers right into this document. Okay, so finish column two, then you come over to three, learning, 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, and 3E. Okay, you finish that one. How will his disability affect him when he goes to college or goes into a training program? And then you come back up to four, which is living. So what does Andrew like to do during his free time? How would he like the school to help him with friendships, stuff like that, okay? And the way this is actually written, this TPI 3, is actually written for students, for individuals of transition age to take it themselves. So I just kind of adapted it to Andrew, okay? So everywhere it says like he or Andrew, if you were really giving this assessment, it would say, what jobs would you, what jobs would he like to do after high school? There you go. I made a mistake. See? um, so he, if you were administering this, to real students, it would say, what jobs would you like to do after high school? Where would you like to live or work? Excuse me. So I just changed this to adapt it for Andrew. Okay. So you're going to do that. So you start with one, then you do two, three, four. Once you have completed the preferences and interest form, use your knowledge of Andrew to develop post-secondary goals in the areas of working, learning, and living. Okay, so if you scroll all the way down, right here, use your knowledge of Andrew to develop one post-secondary goal for each area listed. So that means you'll have a total of three goals, right? One for working, one for learning, and one for living. Okay, and use your textbook to guide you, in terms of how to write these goals. We've actually talked, we've also talked about writing goals, having a condition, learner, behavior, criterion, stuff like that. Okay, so thinking about what you read about Andrew in the case study, and then you're going to complete this student preferences and interest form, okay, general, then all number two, all number three, all number four, and then you will complete or develop one goal for each area. So one for working, one for learning, one for living. Okay, so it's not too bad. I hope it's pretty, hopefully not too stressful, not too crazy. I know it got cut off again. I know. Hold on, people. Oh boy, hold on. All right, and so then here you go. Okay, so remember, so here is the case study, and here, remember, this little icon means it's an assignment. So you will go here to submit it, and that is where you submit it. Okay, so use case study, complete, excuse me, that student preferences and interest form, and then create a goal in each area: working, learning, and living. All right, that's it for the person-centered planning assignment. Hopefully you find it to be a little fun, and if you're working with students who are of the transition age, maybe administer the TPI to them, see what they want to do. Okay, so that's it. Have a good day.